watching, we're going to get some answers. My bar here, can you see right here? There, this is called milk spotting. All of these white fingerprints of the oils that you have on your hand makes it kind of look milky. And that happens with almost all silver. There are a couple exceptions, but this happens. Doesn't look very nice, but you can get it off, but there's a whole bunch of other ways to do that. Zombie, do I buy in the States? I have not, but I will be. Yeah. Next year, we'll be buying in the United States. I'm just looking for the right price entry. Remember, we never look for dollar figure. Dollar figure people are the people who are going to get smooshed like a cockroach passing the highway. We only look at percentages. What is the percent of rent that I'm going to get? So I always want the highest cap rate. Careful when we use cap rates. Cap rates are notoriously complicated. The reason is there's, from what I remember, about 143 different types of ways to calculate cap rate. Regardless if that's the right number, it may have been 150 or something. Anyway, it's such a high number that people use it to mix you up. There's so many categories and so many ways that they could fudge the numbers. So what you have to do is figure out the way that works for you. Now, I have my way, the rough way, and I include everything. I include all expenses. The problem is a lot of people don't put in the expenses. They don't put in insurance or property management or bookkeeping and accounting and all the other things that we need. So as long as we keep putting in all the expenses and have them all, then we're okay. We need to make, ballpark about $100 or something like that per 100,000. That's what we try to take in. $100 per 100,000. So yes, but in the States, there's a lot of good areas in the States. Where do we like? We like Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida Panhandle, maybe. Really, really depends. Now, buying in the States, very, very complicated. Different lawyers, different accountants, different everything, right? Different mortgages, very, very complicated. But you get bonus depreciation, you get 1031 exchange, you get all kinds of benefits in the States that you don't get here. But what we're trying to do is open a company down there, and we're going to partner with an American because they get different benefits than we do. Different bank accounts. Did that help at all? Hope so. Anyway, as you know, we know that things are going to be happening in the real estate market over the next year or so. So we're going to see some real fireworks. So I always am saying to everyone, buy a little bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum, have it in your portfolio. How much? 1, 2, 3%, something like that. Buy a little bit of silver in your portfolio. How much? 10, 15% of your net worth should be in something like that. We got to get some percentages off the system. If you can do that, then you need the rest has to be going into a cash flowing business. In the interim, where do I think is the best investments for you to be making today? Best investments for you to be making today probably is in silver, in my opinion. Also, not necessarily by buying food like this, which is good for 25 years. This is not where I would first go. I would not do that. Where I would be is buying cans of goods, cosmetics, soaps, everything from my house over the next couple of years, because we are near guaranteed that the prices will continue to go up. There is shortages, there's supply issues everywhere. The prices of goods, labor, everything is going up. So anything that you can buy today that you're not going to have to buy tomorrow at a more expensive price is going to save you a lot of money. What have we done? We have many years worth stored up. Go rent a storage unit and fill it up with all the stuff that your family is going to need. We have clients of ours that work with us where they have units, and they'll go buy their kids' clothes and shoes and diapers and soaps and everything. You're going to buy everything you can. So how do we go down the road to deciding what to buy? It ends up that we're normally going to say, okay, you need whatever, 3 months of diapers for every size or something like that. Okay, so why don't you go buy 3 months of diapers for every size and have it already at your disposal? Then we come into the other question. What about if I have a a limited amount of money to spend. The best money that you can spend then, if you have a smaller amount, like let's say you only have $1,000, I'd probably only buy $500 of Warren Buffett stock, and then the other $500 I'd be spending on books. The cheat codes to life are in books. So pick up books, start reading. The reading is going to get you a better education than any college could ever give you. And so that's where we start buying books, reading books. I keep these on my desk because these are my two favorite books of the year. End of the World is Just the Beginning, Peter Zien and Ray Dalio's Principles. Two best books of the year for sure. To me, I love them. And, just keep watching the gold silver ratio as you keep on picking it up. I just got two more of these. I went yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before, to pick this up from the bank. We have this in a safety deposit box. This is where you should keep it. Never keep it in your home. I kept it in my home last night, though, because I thought I would be doing another live today or tomorrow. But then we're going to go put it back on Monday. Never keep this at home. Just stay safe, So this stuff is really, really good. To me, it's money. Been buying it for 13 years, stockpiling it. So I think that's the safest thing to do. All right, you guys. Well, you don't have a lot of questions today, so that's okay. But what we do is I operate in Toronto. I'm a broker. We got agents that work all over the Greater Toronto area. We specialize in selling homes. We do some purchases, but we specialize in selling. We also do consulting services for people in Europe, but mostly in the States and Canada. But we set themselves up into another system. This question, where do you buy silver and gold? So yeah, we buy gold too. Where do you buy it? We buy it from a company called Kitco, Kitco. If you go to any one of my YouTube videos, there's a link in the description. So go to the link in my description on YouTube and you'll see where I buy my gold and silver. It's not safe in the bank. Okay. So where is it safe? So I have my gold and silver in several different areas. So if you buy some silver or gold, you can keep them in different areas. I never keep them all in one spot. So we have some gold and silver in physical, which we keep in banks. You can also have some gold and silver like we do in vaults in other countries. Then you can have some gold and silver stocks and gold and silver ETFs. And so then those are, in your account. So you got to figure out what your mix is and where you're safe. But we do have some in the bank, but not all of it. Tony, what does that mean? I do religious lives as well. Like you do a religious show. How much do you think gold will go up? I don't know how much gold will go up, but if we just measure the last time there was a recession, gold doubled. Silver, it tripled or quadrupled. So if silver quadrupled and gold doubled, we're doing good, right? So if this recession probably is going to be a lot worse than the last one. So could gold double and silver quadruple? Yeah, it could. Silver coins is the way to go. Are you making that a statement or is that a question? Tony, I didn't know that you do a religious show. Cool. Yeah, this is just this isn't a background. That's actually that's live. That's real. This is just at my house. It's not in the studio. Thanks, Andrew. Hope that you're doing good. So I actually think coins are not the way to go. But I'm happy to hear what you guys think. I think gold will go up to double quite easily. Do I have any good side hustles that can bring in money from home? Okay, so that's a good question. We have a lot of side hustles. I remember reading many, many years ago that a typical person, a typical millionaire would have 7 different revenue streams. And so sometimes my wife and I actually get confused because we have so many different revenue streams. I think that we're probably somewhere between 15 and 20 now. And so what we try to do is, if you get a new revenue stream, you can spend 90 days, and that is your sole focus. We'll go get like 10 books or something like that, read all the books, take a couple courses. Then when we do that, then we can start a new revenue stream. Once the money starts coming in, then we can kind of let it run along. But I do things all on our own usually. What are the best ones? It really depends. You need to do something online that can scale, but I don't know. It's just things that I know. I know a lot of, but it's just I've done a lot of crypto before. I've had restaurants before. So when I had a restaurant and there was other people that wanted to know about restaurants, well, I'll start consulting for them. And then I help them with all the background, the startups. Maybe we'll take some equity of their company in exchange because they don't have any money up front. There's a lot of different ways to do it. So just focus it around something that you do, that you're really good at. Yeah, so I don't agree that coins are the way to go. Here's the reason why: is I've been doing this so long. I've been doing this since 2010. My father was doing it from 1979, I think, or 1980, that we are buying gold and silver coins. So here is what you got to do. If you go to my YouTube channel and click the link, there's a website at Kitco, and it will show you the price that they will pay you for all the coins if you give it back to them. And they'll give you a list of the prices that they're going to charge you if you buy it. So here is a round, they call it. This is not a coin. This is a round because it's not made by any government. So this coin here, they'll charge you $5 over the price that they will buy it back from you. So say if I bought this for $35 from them today, they're only going to buy it from me for $30 if I turn around instantly. $5 premium. But if I go buy Maple Leaf, they're now going to charge me $12 over the price of the coin, but they'll give me $12 less, and that premium will squash you. I'm old enough to remember back when it was only $1 difference between the buy price and the sell price. So today, a huge part of what you have to do is make sure you're not paying huge premiums. So coins today are not the best move, but it doesn't mean overall. Of course, back in the day when coins were only $1 over a dollar premium, it was amazing. Then, of course, I would rather have coins, but only if the price makes sense. Easy to trade. I've traded many of these bars before. You just walk in, I hand it to them, they hand me cash. Doesn't really matter if it's a coin or not. Where oh, sorry, Andrew, you're currently doing C1 of the real estate course. Good job, buddy. That's nice. It's a tough gig. Where are you, Andrew? Where are you? Are you in Canada or United States? Where are you? I'm located in Toronto, Canada. We operate everywhere from Niagara Falls all the way over to Oshawa up to Barrie. I'm a real estate broker and we have agents all over, but I've opened 4 companies in the past 12 months, and we've bought in a lot of properties, and we consult for people all over North America to help them structure their wealth building accounts. How long are home prices going to be going down for? Yeah, it all depends on what the government's going to do with their interest rates. Good question, though. But the prices, we are expecting home prices to continue downward until probably another 18 months or something like that. Remember, the interest rate is what we would call a sticky category. When they make that payment, now it's like they're saying I think the average was $1,073 more per month on the payment. So some people will only last 1 month. They can't afford those extra payments. They're going to lose their home. Some people, 5 months they might have left over. They have $5,000 in the bank, 1,000 a month extra. Some people might have a year in reserve saved up. But eventually, if the prices are an extra $1,000 a month, people don't have that. And so more and more people will get into big financial trouble, lose their homes over the next 18 months. Prices will go up, but when, we don't know. We have no idea. It could be a long, long time. If we're going to use history as any guide and we go back to the last financial crisis, home prices dropped for 2 years. 2008 and 2009. They kept on dropping, but then it took 4 years for it to regain. So it was 6 years in total from tip to tip. Andrew, you're in Toronto. Good job, buddy. Well, there is 92,000 agents in Toronto. So glad that you're getting it. It's a great career. But just promise yourself, Andrew, to work really, really hard. Less than 1% of agents actually do the majority of the work. It's less than 1% actually do one deal per month. And you need that. Oh, yeah. Andrew, you're the same Andrew. Sorry, I've had a lot of Andrews lately. Yeah, you did used to come on a long time ago. That's right. That's right. I got a lot of different backgrounds these days. Nice. And Unicorn, you're from Toronto too, man. I got a lot of Toronto people here tonight. That's great. On the weekends, sometimes we have a lot from South Africa, Central America. Not South Africa, South America, Central America. We have all kinds. Yeah. Yeah. Life is busy, buddy. And Unicorn, you're from there. Oh, we got Montreal. Nice. Montreal is where I'm born and raised, man. Spent my whole life there. So I was from Dorval. Do you know where Dorval is? Vancouver Island. Nice, man. We got a lot of Canada. Pickering. This is great. We all got all Canada here today. All right. So, if we are going to, I have family out on Vancouver Island, which is cool. Vancouver Island, probably the best weather in Canada. I absolutely love it there. I wish I could spend a couple months there every summer. Absolutely awesome. Montreal real estate is going to get less pummeled, but Vancouver and Toronto are the ones that the real estate is going to suffer the most. That is where we're going to see the biggest drops. And we will suffer the biggest drops. I mean, in Toronto, King City is already down 50%, Mississauga down 35%, all over the place. There is damage to the economy all over the place. So we're going to see more and more of this happening, right? We're going to see some big losses. Oh, I bought this new pen, which I use for some of my presentations, and the tip just fell off of it. Look at that. Didn't even know it can do that. Good Lord. Fortunately, it just screws on. Okanagan. Man, we got a lot of different people here. Okay, guys. So now that you are all here and you're all Canadian, very, very cool, by the way. Go Canada. Are you guys thinking of buying properties, selling properties, and what are you going to be doing? This is the top of the discussion, but what I've been talking about is a lot of things today, and is pretty much what my whole channel is about, where we started off with education. This book you should be reading. This book you should be reading, right? These two books. In addition, what else should you be doing besides education? Getting side hustles going, buying some gold and silver. And above all, real estate is the key. 90% of all millionaires make their money through real estate. Why do they make money through real estate? It's only because real estate is the world's most tax-favored asset class. You guys have put a video up on YouTube yesterday, I think it was, where I did a 1-hour presentation on the 20 different types of cash flows that come in through real estate on one property. So I would go over to my channel, Ruff Team Realty, and check it out. It's really, really good. Unicorn. All right. So Unicorn, you're saying you have a settlement coming and you're going to be putting some of it into real estate, wondering what else you should do, where else you should do. So that's something that you can do. We offer packages if you want to work with us on how to structure everything. Just like I said, you should be moving your money into some real estate. You should have a diversified real estate portfolio, gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stacking your house with all the goods that you're going to need over the next couple of years. That's a really, really good return. Near guarantee that all the prices are going to go way up, and then you will have bought it at a discount. Where is China heading? China is heading downhill, and downhill fast. If you can think, Tony, of China, China is similar to what the U.S. was. The U.S. housing crisis that happened 2007, 8, 9 was because there was an abundance of homes and everybody was gambling on properties. But if we go backwards, and look at that situation. That's what China is in today. Now, Canada and United States, chronic shortage. Canada short 1.5 million homes. US short $6 million, 6 million homes. But in China, I think they have 9 million homes that are empty. And they're also having a population that will be collapsing within the next 10 years. And you're going to add another tens of millions of homes that will be empty. So they're in a lot of trouble. So the problem is their problems don't stay there. It will trickle over here as well. And so kind of some precarious times coming up. Can you write the book names? So it is The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. Okay, that's the first one. And the second book that I have here is The End of the World is Just the Beginning. This is a really good one. End of the World is Just the Beginning. And this one, The Win-Win Wealth Strategy by Tom Wheelwright. I just got that the other day. I read it in a day. That's what I just have on my desk anyway. My three favorite crypto. You kidding me? These are the only two that I'd be suggesting for you. Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just get those. How much should you have? 1, 2, 3% of your net worth in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I prefer Ethereum, but only put a couple. Never keep it on online. Always take it off onto your hardware wallet. If you want to see what a Ledger wallet is, you can go to my YouTube video. I have a link for it. Unicorn. Yeah, you can make an appointment with me. I think it's either in this one here. You could book an appointment, or in my heading, or you can do it on my YouTube channel. It also has my websites that you can go to and book an appointment with me. But you know what? Like, listen, even if you had it today, I would probably be telling you to wait. The majority of it, you got to put some always in this. A couple percent. You got to buy some gold and silver. Once you do the gold and silver, and you get the rest ready for real estate, real estate prices will continue to drop. And as it keeps dropping and dropping, us cash buyers will be able to buy homes for pennies on the dollar. And that's what I've been waiting for 10 years. I can't wait. So I've been preparing for it. I hope everyone has. I try and scream it from the hills, right? That prepare, but nobody seems to ever do it. So hopefully you guys will be some of them. I can't wait. This is where you make a lot of money. During a recession, you either lose everything or you can 10x what your value is. So I plan to put another 0 on my net worth. Why are there so many condo townhouses popping up in Ajax Pickering? It's not just Ajax and Pickering. It's everywhere. It's downtown. It's London. It's St. Thomas. It's Niagara Falls. It's everywhere. The number of inventory, it's skyrocketing everywhere because everyone's trying to sell it at the top because they see prices are going down. So in some areas of Toronto, they're losing up to $7,000 a day. Do I need to repeat that? Houses are losing $7,000 a day in some areas of Toronto. But on average, homes are losing $2,000 a day. So a month, 60 grand down the hole. So people are trying to sell right now while it's high. Remember, all these older folks that had all their homes, all their asset money is tied up in their homes, and they need that money to retire on, to go to an old folks home or whatever the case is. So they're selling it, trying to get out now while they can. Yeah, Tony, I am not investing in any Chinese corporations right now. No. I'm hoping, once times get a little bit better, I'm going to be investing more into Russian commodity stocks, but not in China right now. No, zombie. Do I deal with wholesalers? No, I don't deal with wholesalers. I have 2 wholesalers that sell me some deals sometimes, but out west. Unicorn. Yeah, you've been telling people for the last 4 years the housing market's going to crash. Here's the hard part. It all depends on what the government's going to do with their interest rate. And so there are no certainties in life. There's only probabilities. But if we look at history always, they'll have this gumption to raise the interest rates. But if they do that, it will hurt the people who have the most debt. Can we agree? But who has the most debt? Governments, provincial, federal, doesn't matter who. They all have a lot of debt. So they're going to be hurt the worst, which means even more inflation is going to be coming as they print money to pay the interest. So this is a doom loop. They can't get out of it. So the likelihood is they're going to lower rates again, but who knows? The likelihood is, I think, quarter 1 of next year. Well, here's the thing: is also unicorn. This is very, very. It's very, very easy to always overgeneralize, and everyone always asks me, "Where should I buy? Where should I buy? Is Toronto a good place?" Well, Toronto, you can't say Toronto is one real estate market because just within a couple city blocks, there's apartments, one bedrooms do well, four-bedroom apartments don't do well right now. There is a little subway that's downstairs that is doing well, but then the guy who has an office inside, like a dentist office, he's not doing very well. So even commercial real estate is different. Then the apartments are all different. And then one block over is big townhomes and then some small townhomes. The big ones aren't doing so well. So really, there's a million markets in a million different neighborhoods. So that's why I know there's always deals, always. So we're always looking for deals, whether the market is hot or not. So we always say, fall in love with the deal. We never fall in love with the house. And remember that local people are their own worst enemy. I'm saying this from a Toronto person looking to buy in Toronto or somebody who is in Paris looking to buy a home in Paris. It's the exact same thing because locals always look at history as their guide. Well, it went up 10% last year, so I guess it's going to go up 10% this year. But anybody who's from out of town, and this matters if you're an American, it doesn't matter if you're European or Chinese buying in Canada, it doesn't matter. They look at the numbers, at the deal. And that's how I look at everything. I look at the deal. I don't care if it's local or not. Doesn't matter. I don't look at historicals. I'm looking at other digits. Buying condos or houses during the recession for 10x. Yep. You'll do really, really well if you can buy properties low. But listen, like I was buying properties just in December and my properties are up in value. They're not going down. How did you get Bitcoin and ETH coins? I just buy them on crypto.com or some kind of something like that, and then I send it to a hardware wallet. Unicorn, you plan to invest in multifamily homes and other provinces. Good idea. Amazing. One of the biggest mistakes, you're already like 90% of other people because almost all the investors that I talk to, they say, I'm going to buy a home within 500 meters of my home because I want to be able to drive by it whenever I want. And they want to be able to go see it and etc. And for me, that's the worst. That was like, this is like saying you're in grade 3 and an investor has to graduate high school. You're not far enough along. And that's why I really encourage people to be reading books all the time because you have to get on that journey. And so whenever people start by buying a single family home, they will inevitably end up in multifamily. Inevitably, you'll get into from a 4-unit place to a 12-unit place to a 20. And then you're going to move out of that and go into commercial. It's like just grades that you'll graduate through. Everyone wants to end up in commercial. Nobody wants to stay in residential. Yeah, they have property managers. Absolutely. Property management is the key to everything, but it's so hard to find property managers. So hard. Calgary is a great place. Absolutely love it. My family is from Calgary. My wife's family is from Calgary. So amazing place, Alberta. I love it. People are flocking there to buy real estate. It has not very much cash flow. I mean, it has more cash flow, not very much appreciation, hardly anything. It's pretty flat for decades. But pre-cons in Calgary are, to me, just crazy. I do not buy pre-cons. I do not buy pre-con for investment. Period. Pre-construction is amazing for some people. Pre-construction is great if you are someone coming from China and they say, this is what we've dealt with. And they say, I want my mom and grandma and brother and sister and everybody to live on the same floor. We have to go to pre-construction for that. There's some people who are like really crazy and they're like, I only want to be the first person to live in that house. No one ever could have lived there. That's happened to us before. We buy pre-construction for them. But for you to buy pre-construction as an investment, nope. I never do it. You can always make more money on resale. 8, 9, 10 years ago, pre-construction, we can make just as much money on, and it was easy. So we did pre-construction all the time. Now we don't do that. Unicorn, you said, what do I think about VTBs and the real estate game? What is a VTB? Virtual trade board? What is a VTB? So many acronyms these days. It's hard for me to keep up. What is a VTB? You guys got some good questions today. Kind of took you some time to get warmed up, but now you're really warmed up. Remember to pack mortgage. I don't know what that means either. Man, see, I'm learning stuff from you. This is good. Oh, vendor take back. Okay. We normally call it seller take back mortgage, but yeah, vendor take backs. Those are great, but they're few and far between. It's rare. But one of my business partners, he got his house in both of his commercial buildings on take back mortgages. Yeah, I know what that is. I just never heard anyone call it a VTB before. But yeah, we call it seller take back here, but different provinces, different states. So it does work. It's great. But you have to prove a lot to that guy to take it. So the guy that I work with, he got his house and his 2 companies all with the take back mortgages. Absolutely fantastic. Doesn't touch your credit at all. But he has millions of dollars coming in, businesses all over the place. And so everybody and their dog knows who this guy is. So they're willing to do it, right? Because he's really big. It's fantastic if you can get it. Very, very hard. I've tried to get it before, and I can't get it. I've never had anyone accept my offers for seller take back. I actually just did a seller take back or offer, and it was one piece of land, and it had a rooming house on it that we were going to completely renovate instead of having 12 rooms into 3 separate units. It also had a laundromat on it and an empty lot that we could have put a 3-story building on. But the only way it would have worked is if we got a seller take back or vendor take back, and it didn't work. Yeah, he wouldn't take it. He was like a 90-year-old guy. He didn't want payments. He just wanted all cash right now and get me out of the game. Problem is whenever you deal with a place that has like a rooming house or a laundromat, these guys are skimming so much cash off the top that they can't prove their income. If they can't prove their income, I can only buy it based on your income. So when I look at your NOI and there is no money there, I can only pay you on a multiple of what your NOI is. I don't pay you based on what you are dreaming up. And that's the difference between commercial and residential, right? There's also a time that changes over time, because if you were buying properties in 2009, 10, 11, you were only buying based on cash flow or the NOI most of the time, net operating income. But we do that when we buy multi-residential, and especially during commercial. Commercial only cares about the revenue that's coming off of it, and they buy based on a multiple of that. So we look at rental real estate, residential real estate, like we do when we look at commercial. Bought a condo town in Pickering last year, same time. Okay, so it should be around the same price, I'm guessing. The prices have gone up and down if you bought it from like last August to this August. Bought a condo town Pickering last year, same time. Is it time to sell or upgrade now and wait? So most likely in a condo town, you're probably going to be sticking around the same price. So I would just wait it out, to be honest. If you were thinking of upgrading, which is a good idea, by the way, during a recession is the perfect time to upgrade. Like I was saying before, though, there's always a delay. So there could be a delay in the property that there could be a delay in the interest rate. So when the interest rates go up, it'll push prices down for 18 months or 2 years, even if they left it exactly where it is today. prices will decline. So you want to be selling your condo town at a much higher price because the detached homes might be down 30%, but your condo town might only be down 5. So then it's a good trade. The very first time I would even be thinking about maybe doing the trade would probably be like next spring. I would definitely 1000% not be doing it anytime soon. That's for a sit hand. Okay. Don't do it. But we deal with Pickering all the time. That's our home market. So if you want us to help you out, we're always here. You can reach out to me anywhere here on my YouTube channel. If you guys like this kind of stuff, please go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe to me there. I'd really, really appreciate it. I bought a house a few years back. Is it a good time to buy or sell and then buy? Okay. This is for Sunshine Coast. So can you tell me what kind of home? Are you detached? How many bedrooms? And what town you live in? Freddie, all right. You said you like it. If you like it, if I give you any value whatsoever, please go over to my YouTube channel, exact same name. Just follow me and subscribe over there, please. Excuse me. Single detached home. Okay. Can you tell me how many bedrooms? Like, is it a big single detached home? Because we have single detached homes that are 600 square feet, and I've also seen single detached homes that are 20,000 square feet. So just give me an idea about how big is the detached home. You're in BC. Where in BC? Just ballpark. Because here's the thing. The larger the home, the more it's going to go down. Detached homes will go down the most. If you're downtown, it's going to go down even more. So let's say that you were in a detached home that was below median prices in a smaller town, then you would hang on to it. Hey, Freddie, you said you already subscribed to my YouTube. Thanks, buddy. Honestly, appreciate it. Fist bump. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'd like to help you, Sunshine Coast. 2,800 square feet. Okay, so that's larger than average. So just tell me a town, like ballpark. Langley. Okay. Langley. How many people live in Langley? This is a good search for me. I don't remember how many people live in Langley. Maybe you can beat me. How many people live in Langley? — 28,000. Did you know that? Did you know there's only 28,000 people in Langley? So if I had a 2,800 square foot property in Langley, and let's just say that I was in an area that was chocker block, like a suburban area, and it was home, 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 all next to each other. If I was in one of those and 2,800 square feet in Langley, I would get out. I wouldn't be doing it anymore. Hey, thanks, Sidan, for helping me. 28K, you're right on. So if I was in a chocker block, like cookie cutter homes, okay, I would probably be selling it. If it was another property that was a little bit more interesting. So let's say that it was a corner unit and it had a large lawn outside and it had some kind of a barn in the back, and I could put an Airstream up and I put it on an Airbnb, and I had a basement inside of it that I could turn into a 1 bedroom and rent it out full time, or I could put it on Airbnb as well. Like, could I get extra cash flows from this unit? Could I grow something on my property? Could I put an antenna on it? Could I put solar panels and make more money? If the property had some opportunity for extra revenue streams, I would think about keeping it. If it was in Langley and it was in a town where it's all next door to each other, I would be thinking of selling it right now. Selling and renting. I think prices will be going down for minimum 18 months. Why do I say that? I'm not the guy who's smart. I'm not the oracle. The reason I say that is because I've seen this happen before and I've read a lot of books. Every time that there's a recession, this is what happens. And this recession is, on paper, looks a lot worse than the other ones did. Anyway, Kind of, it sounds bad, right? I guess to say that bad stuff is going to come, it does. But I've also been kind of waiting, right? Oh, so Sunshine Coast. Did you say you got kicked out? What do I recommend? Oh, did you not hear anything I said? What did you hear me last say? Everyone's here having to listen to me twice. Sorry, guys. Uh, I said if it is a nope. What do you mean nope? You didn't hear anything? I guess that's what you mean. So this is what I said. If you are in the middle of a suburb and it's home next to home, next to home, next to home, next to home, if you had something like that, I would be getting rid of it. You're at the higher end of the square footage, and that prices will probably drop. The only way that I would be keeping a Langley home today is if I could have some other options where I could get some extra cash flow. Of course, you can book a time with me if you wanted to. You can go to Ruff Team Realty, book a time. It really depends on the price that you purchased it at, how close, how big of a mortgage you have, what other revenue streams you have coming in. But if you had a larger property, I was saying corner unit, extra lawn, grow something, put an antenna, solar panel, get an Airstream on VRBO, put a unit in your basement, get extra money. If you could do something like that, be more creative, then I would probably be keeping it. What you should be focusing on over the next 2 years as we head into a pretty rough recession is getting more cash flow. I like Langley. I like it. Not too many people, little ways out, not too far away, still has some good stuff. You have a suite down. Nice. Very, very good. So just remember, it all depends on a lot of things, right? I wish I could give you really quick answers, but we deal with people all over Europe and North America. So we always are looking at a lot of different stuff. What is your net worth? Where are your revenue streams coming in? What is your total risk profile? And we got to look at when you bought the property, how much equity you have. Are you getting the right types of loans on it? There's a lot of different things that you can look at to increase your cash flow. Zombie, you said you see a lot of crime in Langley. What do you see, Sunshine? Do you see a lot of crime in Langley? I don't know. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever been to Langley. I've been to Abbotsford before. I've been to Surrey, Richmond, Vancouver, different areas. I really liked Abbotsford, but I haven't been there in a long time. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to get running, but so this is going to be your last call for any questions. But anything on housing, I love gold and silver, you guys. I love Bitcoin, Ethereum. I love investing. I love side gigs. Sunshine, you said no, it's a growing community. Yeah, I like Langley. Langley is awesome. Very cool. I wish I could be there. Did you hear that sound? I love it every time. Do you hear that? It's a different sound. It's not metal. If I was blindfolded, I could tell you what that would sound like. Where do I buy gold and silver? If you go to any one of my YouTube links channels, there's a link in there to where I buy it. Kitco. If you go to Ruff Team Realty on YouTube, any one of my videos has a pack of the companies that I use, and there's a link to it if you want to use it. It's Kitco. Been using them for like 15 years. Yeah. So always buy bullion, never buy coins. I don't buy coins. They're way, way too expensive. The only coin that I've ever, ever, ever purchased is this one, which is an 1894 coin from Britain. I bought one for me, one for my mom. I just love the history of these coins, just blows my mind. So this is the only coin that I ever bought. Everything else is 1 ounce Royal Canadian Mint bars. So I only buy one type of silver. I mean, one type of gold. And silver, I have more diversity in that. Yep. So remember 1, 2, 3% in crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum only, gold and silver, split it, 15%, 10%, something like that. 5, 10, or 15 of your portfolio should be in it. Now, forever? Not forever. We don't buy metals and hold them forever. We buy metals when? After a recession. So I started buying gold and silver, I think it was 2010, 2011, something like that, when the prices had come down. So I buy it when it's low and then on the way up. Let me see. Do you guys want me to show you how I do it? This is the last thing I'm going to show you before I go, okay? I got my whiteboard here. So here's the thing. We have to understand what the dollar does. There's always inflation. So if inflation is always going up like this, like a straight line, that is the pricing of homes, that everything will do that. But homes, let's just say this is homes right here. They'll go up and down in price over time. So this will be a boom. This will be a bust when home prices crash. They'll go up and they'll go down over time, up and down. But they always end up going up because the money supply is always expanding. But gold and silver operate differently. It's on a different wavelength. It actually is the complete reverse, like this. So what we do is we're always buying homes when they're low. And when the homes get up to the top, that's when we might sell some. And then we buy homes again when they're low and sell them when they're at the top. Here's the fun part, though. When homes are low, gold is very high. So when gold is high on that high mark, that's when we sell all our gold and silver and buy homes. So we're selling our homes at top price and buying gold at the cheapest. And then we flip it. So when homes are really, really, really expensive, like they are today, gold and silver is very cheap. So through the decades, every recession, we flip all of our gold and silver. In the depths of a recession, we flip all our gold and silver that has doubled, tripled, quadrupled in price, and we trade it into properties that have went down 50%. Then we buy properties. We hoard the properties. We use all the cash flow off the properties to be stocking up on gold and silver for the next drop. Complicated, right? There's a lot to it. Yeah, Sunshine, you're welcome. Hope that you guys are having a good night. If you can help me out, just follow me on YouTube. I'd really appreciate it. If there's anything else I can do, send me a message. Hope you have a great Saturday night. Thanks very much for keeping me company. All right, Brando, Sunshine, Tony, everybody. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, you know what? I've been wanting to write a book. I got about 4 books that I wanted to write. It's been some time, but I keep on getting distracted. I'm not just a teacher, right? I operate my companies and I am a full-time broker with my agents. And so it's just so much time, so much work effort to do it. I've been wanting to do it for a couple of years. It's just hard to find the time. All right, you guys, I'm going to think about it. Let me see what I can do. Have a great weekend, you guys. I'm going to be on line again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I'm trying to jump on every day at 7 p.m. Eastern just to try to help out some people. There are some mad, crazy times that are happening these days. Things are changing every day. So keep on the ball. Keep on learning. Have a great day, you guys. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.